New one?
Yeah.
Alright. What up, everybody? Stan Smith from Iron Sharp K9, and we are down in Plant City. And this is one of my favorite places to come visit because I always learn some new information. There's a new trick that I'm going to steal from Maker and teach Boot. And this is the guy who actually literally inspired me to get boots. I met him, well, I didn't actually meet him on America's Top Dog, but he was probably one of the dogs that actually had a faster time than Rocco, and it was a little border collie named Maker. And I actually hit John up, you know, I think I was down in Florida the first time, and I was like, hey, where you at? He's like, I'm 30 minutes from you. I was like, I'm pulling up. And when I came, was greeted with open arms, and he was like, hey, this is the trick, try doing this. And then I got Boot, and I bent your ear a couple of times, like, hey, I'm getting frustrated at the dogs. He said, hey, don't worry until he's 2 years old, and then he'll pretty much do anything that you want. And that was a true statement.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah, he's at that 2-year-old mark right now. But anywho, let John introduce himself.
Hey guys, my name is John Koenig. I own John K9 LLC. We're a dog training and boarding facility here in Central Florida in Plant City. We do anything from pet training to sports to working dogs, and everything in between. We've got a real nice big property here. We can house about 100 dogs a day. Staff of about 15. Lots of kennel techs, lots of dog handlers, lots of dog trainers, and just like Stan said, man, we got open door policy as far as other trainers coming in, so we can learn from them, they can learn from us, and create that network that everybody's kind of looking for in this industry.
I mean, and that's, I don't think people are actually, well, some people are looking for that. I think some people come around, especially you, to benefit more than actually giving. And have you experienced that in the dog world?
I've experienced that throughout my career, and even in school too. I try to be a leader, try to set the example, try to be at the forefront, try to put in the most time, I always want to be the best, and I'm not claiming to be, but that's just every day. I wake up and good luck catching me, kind of thing.
And do you care about what other trainers are doing? Like
no,
you're saying?
No, I mean for my friends, obviously, yeah. and it's interesting when I see somebody doing something cool, but out of sight, out of mind. We're busy, man. You know what I mean? Like I don't feel like a competition kind of thing with other trainers. I'm not trying to outclass somebody. I'm not trying to undermine people and their philosophies or whatever. Pretty much what I've figured out is Pavlov, figured a lot of this out 150 years ago, and Skinner right behind him, and methods and applications change, but theory doesn't really change too much. So if you learn your science really well, apply it to the dog in front of you, that's going to be the best thing to do. Foundation work, man, is everything.
So were you always into dogs?
I started my training career. I've always been an animal guy. I grew up on a farm, horses and cows and chickens and sheep and all kinds of stuff. And I was a swimmer when I was a kid, and I always had this little pipe dream of working for SeaWorld, so I'd write them letters and stuff, and I want to swim with Shamu and blah, blah, blah. I grew up a little bit, became a dude, and kind of forgot about that, and went to college and stuff. And when I graduated college, I went to school in Philly, and the school was wonderful, but I just wasn't a fan of the Northeast. No offense to anybody watching, I just don't like cold weather. And so in my 22-year-old brain, when I graduated, was like, what is the opposite of West Philadelphia? And
born and raised.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, exactly. Literally, that's where I went to school, in the background of that shot.
That's hilarious.
But my brain came up with Hawaii, man. I knew nothing about it. I had no plan. I had a little money saved up for my work-study job, and went on Craigslist back when it was mildly safe to use Craigslist, and I found an apartment for rent with these 3 girls that were all dolphin trainers at a dolphin park in Hawaii. So I reached out to them and kind of told them what I was just looking to move out there, and it kind of reignited, man, maybe I can actually do that marine mammal thing I used to think about all the time. I swam through college and stuff, so I still had that aqua ability in me, not so much anymore, but so I ended up out there with them, went and rode the bus in, went to work with them, and pulled a little flyer for an internship, and they literally called me the next day. And we're like, oh, when can you come out to the island? I'm like, oh, I live 15 minutes down the road. And so went in, signed up, got on that internship. I got so lucky timing wise, I got right in. And then I got hired after my internship and became a dolphin trainer. Then I started specializing kind of in sea lions for a long time. Worked with dolphins throughout my whole career, but sea lions were kind of my thing. So we did a lot of that, different birds and stuff too. Just zoos and aquariums for about 10 years. I did a lot of primates, some falconry. Falconry is actually how I got into dogs, and weirdly enough, they regulate hunting with your hawks or falcon, whatever you're doing. Kind of like a gun, the small game season. So when we're out hunting with the birds, there's the guys that are running dogs and shooting and stuff like that, and just kept seeing the same guys, and they're like, that's cool, and we're like, that looks cool, and started working with them, and ended up apprenticing under a couple of guys in North Carolina that were running Vizslas and some other hunting dogs, and that kind of just sparked. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh, purpose breeding. I was like, that's new to me, right? I can train a dolphin to do flips around the pool and be cute and do educational stuff with all the other, and manatee rescue, and that's all awesome and fun. But they're not, they, as athletic as they are and as smart as they are, that's why they can do it. But they're not purposely bred to go hunting, like the application like a dog, or protection or whatever. Herding is where I'm at now most of the time. But so that really just sparked it, man. And so I started working with them, and then realized there was a whole industry. I had no idea. I mean, I'd had dogs my whole life, but not as a trainer,
So let's go back to the SeaWorld, because we had a conversation about this off camera. You said a lot of the things that you learned how to train, you take and do with the dogs.
Oh yeah.
You said that they tied your arms behind your back.
Yeah. So less is more, man. Animals, especially dogs too, they read your body language a lot, and they anticipate a lot. They process motion faster than we do. So by the time you're pointing and luring and doing all this extra stuff, the dog's already ahead of you. Not really, I'm not going to say they're not learning, because obviously there's a place for that stuff. But one of my kind of biggest memories as a growing trainer was when this guy Patrick, who was my mentor, literally made me work sea lions with my hands behind my back, because he's like, dude, you're just pointing and doing, they're just following your movements, they're not listening to you, and so it was a big thing to me when I started with dogs to kind of apply some of that. And that's what Maker, I train literally like a sea lion. You mentioned no leash, no collar, and blah blah blah. Obviously we follow laws and put them on a leash when we have to, but as far as training goes, sea lion, man. I mean, it's all marker training. He's had verbal and physical corrections from me as a handler, but not through any training tool or anything like that. A lot of spatial pressure, herding dog stuff. But as far as like shaping behavior and things like that, it's all been just good bridging and good marking, and having a dog that's super motivated, and obviously having a handler that knows what those motivations are and how to manipulate the environment around them to set them up and just hammer away. And then 10,000 sessions later, here he is at 5 or 6 years old, knowing 300 things and playing 10 sports, and you literally can throw anything in front of him, and he's full confidence every time.
And I think that was one of my biggest takeaways, is you'd never yell at Maker.
Yeah.
Like, even when we were sitting on the patio just talking, he's down there, you're like, hey, go assume the position on that tree. And he doesn't go to the right tree. He's like, no, not that one. And he's talking very calmly, and the dog is probably 20, 30 yards away, and we're on a balcony. And the dog is just paying attention to every single word that's coming out. And he's not giving hand signals. He's just, no, over there, just talking to this dog. So that was one of the cooler things that I've noticed ever watching you. And then last night, your new about turn thing.
Oh yeah, the about turn. Everybody loves that one. We'll teach Booth that one next.
It's nice.
It's real slick.
Nice.
It's real slick.
All right, so you said he knows 300 tricks.
Yeah.
All right, and we can talk dogs with this guy all day, but we got some other stuff we got to go do. So you're gonna pick 25 tricks.
Okay.
That or commands.
Sure.
Let's say commands. And we're going to show you what it looks like in real time, people. So you guys stay tuned. This is going to be a fun one. All right, so now it's time for the action. And we're going to have him do 25 commands for you guys. You guys are going to see it. So I'll count them out for you. John, the stage is yours.
Sweet. Spin. Twist.
1, 2,
down,
3,
over,
4,
stand,
5,
left,
6,
right,
7,
8,
8,
go around,
9,
about,
ooh, 10. That's that about turn we were talking about.
right,
11,
weave,
12. Oh, back to 13.
down,
14,
here, back up,
15,
sit, pretty,
16,
People.
17,
bang,
18,
one more,
19,
high five, good,
20,
back up,
21,
back up, walk up,
22,
down, crawl,
23,
touch it,
24.
Yes, go.
Oh my God. That was 24. You got any more?
yeah, we got a million more,
You got any more left?
hey, out, place,
All right, 25.
and everybody's favorite, R. Kelly, Yes.
And my legs are dry. That was faking. He was faking it. Y'all thought he really did it. That'd be crazy. You can be like, man, I don't like that guy over there. Go do your thing. Go do your thing. And he does also some bite work.
Oh yeah, he loves bite work. It's pretty much his favorite thing. Oh.
And you don't see very many dogs like this doing bite work. This is probably the first one that I've ever seen. And again, it inspired me to get Boot, because if he can do it, and no hating or anything, I'm like, I can potentially do that shit too. So, we got Jansen out here from Alabama. Y'all check out his interview as well. Watch that metal concrete behind you.
Here we go, left leg. Pocket.
And this is one thing I always told John. I said, I gotta have a cleaner one of these than you.
No, there's no such thing as cleaner than what he's about to do.
So he's fully engaged, full mouth bite.
Make her out, down.
Did you hear it? It was like before the T was out, the dog was already off. I don't know, Boo got a pretty fast little out now though. We're gonna have to time those one day. We're gonna have to get on a stopwatch.
We want to do a little courage test on him?
Yeah.
See if this little guy can do something.
And this is the fun stuff, people. Being able to communicate with your dog, come out, have fun.
Pocket.
Hey, 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 hey.
Out. Left. Left. Down. Little sheep herding protection combo. Away.
Oh my God, yeah, boy.
Make her out. Down. What else do you want to do? Walk up. Down. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Make her back up. Thank you. Walk up. He's deaf today. Walk up. Down. Lie down. Here. I'm gonna call him off.
Okay.
Pocket. Leave it here. Pocket.
Hey, hey, hey.
Good boy, bud. Make her out. Come here, dude.
Man, people, that is obedience. Bite work, yes, you want the dog to be high energy, high octane, but at the end of the day, it comes down to communicating with the dog in any given setting, people. And did you guys hear John? If you guys heard him, drop what he said in the comment section, because I could barely hear him, and I was 3 feet away. So I appreciate you coming out.
Oh yeah, for sure. Always a pleasure, man. Thank you so much.
This is a
Yeah.
And how old is he?
Man, he's almost 10. Old man. Old man.
I bet y'all would not have guessed that. I bet y'all wouldn't have guessed that.
Oh, yeah.
And that's just good exercise, good food.
Yeah, good. Just a constant regimen all the time, man. Working in healthcare takes better care of him than I do myself.
Hey, that's what it's about, man. As always, people, stay tuned, stay safe, stay sharp, and just take care of your dog.